I think I'm live. I hope I'm live. Hello all you lovely GGC exclusive club members. It's great to join you tonight. It's Friday night, so I am coming on to do a wee cocktail with you. How excited are you that hospitality has now opened? I know that I am pretty excited for many reasons. One of them being that I am Carol Jackson and I own Ellis Gin, so it means that all my bars and restaurants soon will be serving alcohol. Yay! Anyway, I must admit I'm a bit of a wimp. I'm not going to go right now because it's absolutely freezing. So the thought of sitting outside drinking a cold glass of wine or a cold cocktail in the freezing cold of Scotland, I'm going to wait until the 17th of May. I don't know about you. Hopefully we'll be fine then. So for everyone who doesn't know me, I'm Carol Jackson and I own Ellis Gin. So hopefully you can see that on screen. We produce 4 gins in our range and they're all naturally coloured and flavoured. And we distill our gins in the wonderful city of Glasgow. So yeah, all of our gins, as I say, are naturally coloured and flavoured, and our aim has been to bring a bit of fun and a bit of colour to the gin market, and I'll tell you about the fun in a second. So I guess before lockdown we were in around 55 bars and restaurants, small shops across mainly Glasgow in the west, but we had some satellites in various other places. But you could find us in some of the McDonald's hotels, in Gin 71 and in the Ivy. So COVID happened, COVID struck, and our things changed. So let me tell you a bit about what we have and why there's fun and colour in them. So the first one we have, which we launched in October 2018, seems like yesterday, is our Scottish Bramble Gin. And this is a lovely fruity gin, but it's got a little spice added to it. So loads of people don't like gin and tonic. So what this is lovely with, it is nice with tonic and a slice of orange, but it's also lovely with ginger ale. So that's a real alternative. And the fun part is it changes colour. So when you add your mixer to this one, it changes from that lovely red colour to a vibrant orange, so it looks a bit like an Aperol spritzer in a glass. Our second one, again, we launched at the same time as the Bramble, is our Butterfly Pea Gin. And this one is our magical, mystical, medicinal gin. So that old myth that gin is mother's ruin and it makes you cry and depressed, we've solved that problem. And this one is really dramatic in terms of the colour change, in that it changes from that lovely blue colour to a gorgeous lilac, so it's really pretty in the glass and it tastes lovely with elderflower tonic, or I'll tell you other things you can drink it with a little later. And then our pink gin, because everyone has to have a pink gin and everyone loves pink gin, which we launched in June 2019, is our pink shimmer. So hopefully you can see that little shimmer in our bottle. This one is lovely, lovely for gifting. Really nice with tonic, with lemonade, or with cream soda, and garnish it with marshmallows or a little bit of candy floss, but that just needs to be in the side. And then our last gin, but certainly not our least, is our lemon gin. And this one we launched during the first lockdown, and I'll tell you how we did that. So this one we call our Sunshine in a Glass, and this is the one that we're going to be using tonight for our cocktail. Exciting. I love the lemon gin. Oh, it's as if I'm choosing a favourite child. I love them all, but that's my sort of favourite. So COVID happened, obviously, the beginning of last year. All our bars and restaurants closed, all of our face-to-face events closed. So what we did is we tried to pivot the business a little bit. So we got online a lot more, onto various marketplaces. We get more of an online presence. We started our Facebook Lives, which is Friday at 5 o'clock. So I've been on already and I have my Cosmo here. So we started a live at 5's, Cocktails with Carol, and that runs every Friday. I thought it was only going to be a few weeks when we started, but a year and a bit later we're still running them. So we'll get more into the cocktail market because all our gins are really excellent in cocktails. And as I'd mentioned, we launched our Ellis Gin number 5, our lemon gin. We had developed the recipe for this at the back end of 2019, but hadn't run the first batch. COVID struck, we couldn't get into the distillery. So what we did was we ran a crowdfunder campaign. So that allowed us to talk about the brand, get people excited about Ellis Gin. People bought it before we had run the first batch, and we pre-sold the first batch using that crowdfunding campaign. So excellent tool to just keep us relevant. And if anybody on the call's looking for any more information or any of the lessons learned that we have from our crowdfunder, just give me a shout. If you're thinking about it yourself, that's no problem. The other thing that we did were virtual events. So we got on Zoom and we ran loads of virtual gin experiences. The other thing I didn't mention is when we ran our crowdfunding campaign, we gave 10% of the money that we raised back to the NHS Together's charity, which made us feel good that we were doing something during that pandemic just to give a bit back. And then the virtual events that I talked about, we ran a lot of those with local charities. So those charities didn't have the ability to do the fundraising that they would normally do, so all of that just went flat. So we were able to raise, I think we raised about £5,500 during the first lockdown for various charities, which was really good. Yeah, so we were busy during the first lockdown, and then the second lockdown struck, as if we hadn't had enough. And then the virtual events got really popular again. I had the most sociable Christmas I have ever had. Probably my liver doesn't say that, but yeah, it was good fun with loads of different virtual events. People chose us for their Christmas nights out, for their teams or their friends. That was great. And we also launched our Ellis Gin subscription club. And tonight's cocktail, I'll tell you a wee bit about that. So yeah, so COVID struck and we just tried to get in front of the camera a wee bit more. So let me move these gins aside and I'll tell you. So this live tonight, we are going to create an Ellis Citrus Drop Martini. So it is National Cosmopolitan Day today, but we're doing a martini instead. We're just going against the grain. So this is a wee bit of a twist on the popular lemon drop martini. And this came from our March subscription box, where it was really, really popular. And a few of the ladies in the members club really love our lemon gin and love this cocktail. So this one, we are going to use the contents of the box, or some of the contents of the box. So this is what you would get from our subscription box. You'll get your 200ml of gin. You will get a little liqueur. So tonight we're going to be using a thing called Liqueur 43, which I'll tell you about in a second. And then with all the gin that's left over, you've got, in this case with our lemon gin, some bitter lemon that you can have at least 6 perfect serves. You'll obviously need to add more mixer to that. Then in here you've got some wee sweet treats, you've got your straws, you've got your dried fruits in there as well. So each month that changes, you get a different gin and the ability to create different cocktails. You get your recipe card that tells you what's in the box and how to create your different cocktails. So there you go. So I'll show you the one that's relevant just now, which is our mouth-watering May one after we've done our cocktail. So tonight, as I said, we are going to make our Ellis Citrus Drop Martini. Now, one of the reasons I created the lemon gin was because I love the cocktail, a lemon drop martini. And I loved lemon gin. I love things that are really citrusy. I don't know about you guys. So the lemon gin is amazing in a lemon drop martini, but really nice. This is a wee bit of a twist. So let me tell you that. So what you need, your lemon for the cocktail, your lemon gin. You need your Liqueur 43. You need some sugar. Got it here. Some orange and some ice that I'm going to use to garnish, and some lemon juice, and you've got your cocktail shaker as well. So let me tell you about the Liqueur 43 actually. So this is a Spanish liqueur, and back in the day when you used to go on girls' holidays, I remember going to the Canary Islands with one of my really good friends, and we went in December. We tried to go December just before Christmas, and we found Liqueur 43, and this was in the days before they exported anywhere. So it's a Spanish liqueur, and it was really on some of the islands and in mainland Spain. So we used to drink this like water or like tea, because I remember having it one night. Now don't judge me. We had it one night with milk. Can you believe it? Liqueur 43 and milk. Anyway, we're going to use this. This is now really popular in various cocktails that different cocktail makers actually do. So we are going to start with, now I am going to use 25ml of our lemon gin. So I've got my wee measure here. I've got ice already in my cocktail shaker. I'm going to use 25ml of our Liqueur 43. Oh, that glugging is amazing. It smells so nice. It's a bit like a Cointreau that's got an orangey flavour and smell to it, but it also has a touch of vanilla. So it's a bit of a twist between, it's like a Cointreau with a vanilla. Then I have 10ml of lemon juice. I'm going to add to that too, just to give it a wee bit of a bitterness. Then in here, tip from me, make sure your cocktail shaker is actually secure, or it could be messy, because we've done that before. Give it a good shake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rim my glass with, first of all, just rim it with some citrus, and so I'm using orange to garnish tonight, so I'll do it with some orange. And this is when we're going to use the sugar. So I'm just going to dip my glass into the sugar. Hopefully you can see that. And because I've used the citrus, that will make it stick to the rim. Sure you guys know that already. So there you go, you've got your sugar rimmed glass. You can move the sugar out the way. Then from your cocktail shaker, wee bit for luck, you're just straining that into your glass. Oh, it smells delicious. It smells so lemony. Now remember, most of this is alcohol. Your Liqueur 43, I think, is about 20% and our lemon gin is 40% volume, so it is mainly pure alcohol with a wee bit lemon juice. So if you want to weaken it, you can add a little bit of lemonade to it. I'm just going to pop my ice in there and then garnish with some oranges. And there you have it. We have our Citrus Drop Martini. So cheers everyone. This is, oh, it's so nice. This is a bit I like about my job, where I get to do the cocktails and then actually drink them. It is Friday after all. So there you go. That is our lemon drop martini. Sit in the garden. Hopefully the sun will be shining, and just relax and sip. And as I say, if you want to make it last a little bit longer and weaken it a little bit, just add a wee bit of lemonade in there. So that is our Citrus Drop Martini. So I did promise I would show you what's in our subscription box this month. I do love these. It's great getting a subscription box through. I don't know how many of you subscribe to different ones, but yeah, they're all great when you open them up and it's a surprise. So this one, we have our butterfly pea gin this month, so that's our gin of the month. So you'll see a little card there with some information on it. And in our box this month, you have your butterfly pea gin, magical, mystical, medicinal. You have a little prosecco, love this one. You have some grapefruit and rosemary, lovely London Essence tonic water for your perfect serves. You have some cocktail syrup. This one is a ginger and lemongrass. Then you have your cocktail straws. You have some Parma violets this time, and you've got a little butterfly in there to decorate your glass, because the cocktail that you make for this month, one of the cocktails, is our Ellis Butterfly Fizz. So there you go. And on your recipe card shows you exactly how to make that. And we've got another one there too, which you can do with what's left over. And then you don't use your tonic water in that butterfly fizz, you've got that left over for the gin that's left for your perfect serves. So if you want any more information on that, it is at Ellis Gin. And please follow us on Facebook, Ellis Gin 1, to find us on Facebook, and Instagram is at Ellis Gin. So that's me. So obviously, we're doing this tonight. It is National Cosmopolitan Day, but it's also local election day. So I thought I would just tell you a little joke just to end the night. So it's a wee bit of a hard one, so I might need to read something. So Nicola, earlier on this week, was out in her campaigning. She's been shown round this Edinburgh hospital when one of the patients sits up straight and exclaims, Fair for your honest, sonsy face, great chieftain, the pudding face. Nicola was taken aback. She's like, oh my goodness. So before she could say anything, another patient sits up and says, wee sleek it, cowering, timorous beastie. Oh, what a panic in thy breastie. I should get a medal for this. Whilst the third one chimes in and says, some him eat and canna eat, and some we eat that want it, some may eat that want it. She turns round to the doctor that's been showing her around with a really puzzled face, and she said, is this a psychiatric ward? And he said, oh no, this is the Burns ward. So on that note, cheers to everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and if you need any more information, I'm Carol at Ellis Gin, and look forward to catching up face to face. Can't wait. Speak to you soon. Bye. Cheers.